They play a lot. They're pretty...
I guess I started it at the end of last year, just because my friends and I were doing a lot of recordings, just like one-off bands and one-off projects that we liked, and we didn't know how to put them out, you know, like we wanted to release it and distribute it between our friends at least, or in our social circles, so we ended up just buying like bulk cassette tapes, and because it seemed more feasible than doing CDRs. Well, I think the option of packaging is like it's more versatile. You can work with the space more. You can, yeah, I don't know. It's because CDs are so flat and like almost two-dimensional. So the cassette's nice, and I don't know. It feels nice to have a cassette. Plus, I know Lance from Permanent said this before in an article that if you're like at a show and you're all tipsy, and you're like, oh, should I buy this like record or should I buy the cassette tape? You could just land on the cassette tape riding your bike drunk home, you know, and just like nothing's gonna happen. You crack the Norelco case, all right. Got a few of those laying around anyway. You just trade it out with this one, you know. I mean, I've recorded a couple of the tapes I've released, but for the most part, I'm just like, record it yourself as cheaply as you can and give it to me, and then I'll give you like 30 of the 100 tapes, you know. And if they want more, they can buy them from me for the wholesale cost, you know, if they sold through those. But it's like, you know, you give them 30, that's like, they'll probably keep, like, you know, they'll sell like 15 of them, give 15 away. They're happy. I bring them to all the stores, Logan Hardware, Reckless, Permanent, distribute them, do little like mail order updates, like, hey guys, I'll send you stuff, whatever, 6 ppd, you know, whatever. As long as, you know, people continue to purchase stuff here and there, where it at least levels the cost out for me, I'll keep paying for things, you know, put them out, sure, until I start losing money, I'll keep going. I live with, I mean, it's kind of funny because the house, like this house, that I live with Ryan Dugan, and he's like a pretty like renowned screen printer. He does a lot of show posters and stuff like that. And he started a skateboard company too. So now we have like all these really small companies being run out of this house. I mean, none of them are making very much money, if any. But you know. Most of the time, I mean, a lot of the stuff I've done, either Ryan screen printed these Blood Mambas tapes, which is the California Raisin Holding a Bong, yes. Like, so he screened those up here, like, he emulsifies the screens back here, and then whatever, prints them out on this table, hence the billions of colors. And, you know, a lot of the times I'll sit there and like InDesign and Photoshop and lay out stuff. And then I have like I have a pretty nice printer downstairs, so I print them, or I outsource the printing to, you know, whatever, some offset printer or somewhere nice to cut the costs, because ink is pretty expensive. That's probably the biggest. I mean, not the screen printing ink, but actually like the CMYK, like Epson cartridges. Those things are super expensive. So that's probably the biggest cost in making the tapes. Yeah, Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth did this artwork actually, which is kind of cool. But yeah. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like a lasting thing in terms of like, I don't think like Matador is going to start putting out cassette releases or anything, but I mean, like, I started buying bulk cassettes to do the projects, you know, that I was doing with my friends. I started buying those through places that, like, the kids that I'm friends with that do noise music, they're always like tape trading, and that's pretty much how I got into it, because they would keep giving me like tapes of like their synth stuff, you know, and be like, oh, like whatever, like, you know, even it's like some harsh noise. I'm like, okay, I'll take the tape, it looks cool, won't listen to it, but you know, I appreciate the gesture, you're very generous, thank you, you know. But I kind of like that. I kind of like how it's like so low cost, you can just be like, oh, take it, check it out, I don't know, whatever. And, you know, and so it seems more, it just seems like a better option than, you know, MP3, sending it to Mediafire and sending somebody a link. It's more personal to hand them something that you like printed out or screen printed, or, you know, sat there and actually manually duplicated them. So, I don't know. I dig that. Plus, it gives everybody an option to put out their own music. It's like I'm in a few different bands, and everyone has like a solo project that we did like a tape for. You know, it's like, okay, when are you gonna do a tape? You know, put yourself to the test. See what you can do by yourself. You know, so it's kind of cool. This is an R&B tape I put out.